Hey guys, hope you all have been well. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am coming full circle back on my channel. If you've been here since the beginning, you know I started this channel by doing circle lens reviews, and I'm going to be reviewing some for you today. And after so many years being heavily popular in Asian countries, it's definitely trickled its way into like the Western market, and we're seeing more and more people use colored lenses or circle lenses, cosmetic lenses, however you want to call it. JUST4KIRA is an online company that sells circle lenses or cosmetic lenses. As per usual with anything that's PR related or sponsored, I'm going to tell you the truth, I haven't used circle lenses in a very long time, and I haven't purchased any in a while. And the reason for that is I've worn it for so many years, and I kind of just got tired because it seemed that no matter what company you're going with, they kind of had the same styles, and I honestly just got bored with it. There have been companies that reached out to me. I look at their selection and I'm just like, I really appreciate the opportunity, but I'm not interested. But I felt like this site had a little bit more variation, a little more like oomph in the styles that they had. So I looked some video reviews up and I decided to go ahead and try some out. So I'm going to be sharing them with you. I have 4 different lenses to show you. While I'm showing you the contact lenses, I will be posting some information down below, such as the base curve, diameter, as well as the price for each of these. Building on transparency, I will be linking a coupon code in the description box down for you. It's just the last 4 letters of my username, JSAS. And with that code, you can get 20% off your purchases. It is an affiliate link. I do make a small commission, but please don't feel pressured to use it if you don't want to. So let's get to trying out these contact lenses. FYI, if my eyes get red, that's normal. Even with my clear daily contact lenses, my eyes are easily irritated, so just don't be alarmed. It's natural for me. The first pair that I have here is in the style Norco Brown. If memory serves me correct, this was the first pair that I had picked out. I've never seen a contact lens carrier quite like this. I've had cute ones with animals kind of printed up on the top of them, but nothing quite this fancy. I felt like a scientist when I was trying to put this all together. So I'm going to put this on and we'll see how comfortable it is going in. Very easy to go on the eyes. I'm not irritated. Sometimes the edges feel a little scratchy. So let's try the movement test. So blink, blink. It's good. There's no shifting or movement of the contacts. Let me put the other one on and we can see just how clear I'm able to see with these. Depending on the lens, you'll get a little bit more pigment, so there's a bit of haziness around your iris. Looking at it in the mirror, it's a pretty standard size, much like you'll find other colored lenses from your eye doctor's office. I see very clearly there is no haziness, there's no ring, and that is a very good thing because my eyes do tend to see the ring very easily. So there's enough of a clear center where I can see everything very easily, much like I would with just regular contact lenses. So comfort, I would give this 5 out of 5. I'm quite shocked. I thought this would be one of the more uncomfortable ones. I just had a feeling, but my assumptions were wrong. In terms of how natural they look on the eye, the outer ring is definitely evident. As you can see, it's very prominent, it's dark, but from afar, like just looking at it from the viewfinder, I love the inner shade. The brown is kind of this milky gray brown. It is beautiful. I think if the ring had been just a bit more subtle, it would have been perfect. So in terms of color, I would give this about a 4. And here's a close-up of the Norco Brown lenses. Moving on to the second pair, we have Sitha Hazel. I believe it's how it's pronounced. I'm always tempted to say Cynthia Hazel, but it's Sitha, C-I-T-H-A. As I'm cleaning this off, can I go back to the Norco Brown shade? The lens itself is pretty thick. Some lenses are a lot softer and more flimsy, and those are the ones that I tend to like. But regardless, even that being a thick lens, the Norco browns are really, really comfortable. So here we have the Sitha gray lens, again starting off with the right one. This one feels a bit more flimsy, a bit softer than the Norco brown. Okay, I can already tell that I'm seeing a slight ring on this one. I think the pigment, the color in the center is a bit thicker, a little bit more pigmented than the Norco brown was. And so I'm seeing a slight ring, but it's not heavy where I'm getting like a haze, if that makes sense. Let's do the blink test. Perfectly comfortable. Yeah, putting this one on confirms that there's like this subtle halo around the eye area. There's a slight bit of obstruction in what I'm seeing just on the outer perimeters. It's like a very subtle halo that I'm seeing, but for the most part, I see everything clearly. It's kind of just like a little bit of a frost on the edges. I don't know off the top of my head what the diameter is for these lenses, but just by looking at them, I feel like they're what you would get traditionally from an eye doctor if you just got regular colored lenses. We have another ring on this one. I didn't realize how dark the rings were gonna be. Even from afar, it's very stark and dark around the edges of the circle lens, but there is a gradient. So the outer portion of the lens is darker and it slowly fades into that gray in the center. Now this is Hazel, but the way I look at it in the mirror, it looks like an icy sort of gray color. Not quite sure how you're seeing it on the camera, but based on the lighting, how I'm seeing it in my viewfinder, it looks exactly the way I'm seeing it in real life. But yeah, I don't know how Hazel this is. So for comfort, just because of the halo, I would say a 4. In terms of the color is pretty. I think with someone with my complexion, this is a little bit more in your face. And again, I don't think this is Hazel at all. So maybe again a 3.5, I would say. But just for what I was expecting and my style of like circle lenses, this is a bit extra for me. And here is a close-up of these circle lenses. Here we are with our third pair in ginger gray. I don't know if you're noticing a theme here, but I tried to get different colors so that I can provide variety against my tan complexion. I'm pretty excited about this one because gray was the color lens of choice when I was in high school and into college. So here it is on my finger, and just so you know, there's like little specks that kind of mimic a bit of like a starry look around the center or the colored portion of the lens, which is why I picked it out because I've never had a lens like this before. Ooh, that is pretty. That was definitely a soft lens. I can't confirm this. Again, it'll be somewhere on the side, but I feel like this diameter might be a little bit bigger. There's more color on this eye, not a lot. I've definitely had some really big circle lenses before, but this might just be a step up from the other two that I showed you previously. Here we go with a blink test. Oh, that's comfortable. I hope you're able to like see the difference, but with the Sitha Hazel, it was such a bright center where I feel like these are a deep gray, almost like a blue gray, and the ring is a lot more subtle. I have a feeling I'm gonna be using this one a lot. It reminds me somewhat of this circle lens I used to use. It was a gray as well. It was one of my favorites. I can't recall the name of it, but it's the one that I wore all the time. But I feel like this looks even more realistic because there's a lot of weaving and blending in the colors, and those little specks in the center, they're gold. So if you look close up, they add this little sparkle around the center of your eye. Very pretty. So comfort, I'm gonna give it a 5. There's no problems, there's no ring I'm seeing. It's so comfortable and soft. And in terms of the color, I mean, this is one of the best grays I've ever tried. I'm gonna move close up just so you can see that center twinkle that those little specks give. So if I didn't say it already, 5 out of 5 on both ends. So here we have it close up. I hope those tiny specks of gold are showing through. So cute, so fun, unlike any other pair of lenses I've owned. And here we are with our last pair, and this is in Asa Green. So this doesn't seem to have a ring on it, and the pigment on it is probably the lightest out of all of them. I'm quite interested to see how this will look, because this can either be like the most subtle, beautiful lens or just look like nothing. And the verdict is, oh, this is a softer lens. I think the softest out of all of the four. Now that probably looked the best on my eyes. It's like a green into a yellow brown. I think this looks the best on my eyes. Blink test. So comfortable. I think the clear portion of this lens is probably the biggest out of all of these, so I see very clearly. I didn't think this would look that good, to be honest. Oh my goodness, how pretty is that? I think this has now become my favorite. There's no dark ring on this whatsoever. The ring on the outside is green. I might want to pick up a few more of these Asa styles because geez Louise, I love that. It's such a subtle green. And I'm looking at the center, the way it blends into the brown of my eyes is like really good. And I'll show that to you in the close-up, but comfort, amazing. I see clear as day. Blinking is not an issue at all. It is the thinnest of the four, so it just sits very comfortably on the lids, on the eyes I mean. And as for the color, you saw my reaction. I was in shock. I think that even if I didn't have makeup on, this would still look good. And that is a true test for circle lenses. A lot of time makeup helps with how circle lenses look on like your face. I think without makeup, this would still look good. So comfort, 5 out of 5. Color, 6 out of 5. Guys, do you see how pretty that is? It is not easy for dark brown eyes to look this good with colored lenses. So big ups. Like this is so, I am in shock. Look at how natural that looks. So beautiful. I need to check these other Asa styles. And there we have it, guys. Those are the 4 pairs of lenses that I tried out from JUST4KIRA. Again, I will have my affiliate link down below that you can shop from. Use my code JSAS, again, down below for 20% off your purchase. If you're interested, please do not feel pressured to use my affiliate link. It's just there for you to use if you're interested. I know that I usually post my looks on Instagram, but in this case, I literally just put on cream shadow and lashes, and I was just, everything else was just like this. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. Until the next one, I hope you all are doing well, taking great care of yourselves. I will see you all next time. Bye guys.